Hi, hello. I just got home actually. I literally just walked in the door. 我係啱返到屋企喎，的而且啱開門入屋嘅啫。But I just came back from the dance club. 咁我啱去跳完舞啦又。So there's this free dance class tonight. 咁因為佢又有免費嘅跳舞班啦 ，so I was there and just have some fun with my friends. 咁就同我啲同學去咗跳啦，咁又超開心啦咁。So actually I can't see anything because we're at the back and we couldn't really see the teacher's feet 咁佢其實咧係好後啦，完全睇唔到個老師嗰啲腳係點樣啊咁。So in the end couldn't really follow, but it was just a lot of fun. 咁其實都唔係好跟到去到尾，咁但係就係超好玩咯咁樣樣。So I also join this language exchange as well. So practice a little bit more of speaking. 咁我又有去咗嗰啲語言交流會啦咁樣，咁都係唔使錢嘅咁。即係同啲唔同嘅人傾偈啊，咁練習下聽西班牙文啊，講下西班牙文啊咁。But I'm really so bad at socializing 但係我啲社交真係好渣 so I don't really find it very easy to speak with strangers now 我唔係好識同陌生人傾偈嘅其實and it's not really just about the language actually 我覺得都唔係淨係因為係即係西班牙文定乜嘢即係我而家都講到幾多嘢㗎啦都即係唔複雜嘅嘢但係係咯，即係 somehow it's just that there's not really a lot of chemistry in this city。咁但係應該即係呢個城市本身對我嚟講唔係好多化學作用啦，即係so far咁樣樣。Yeah, so it's just kind of but it's also fun just to dance and move a little bit, do something silly。咁但係對我嚟講就係即係去喐下啦，去跳下舞啦，咁做啲揩嘢啦，咁都係開心嘅咁樣咯。So anyway, let's start reading。咁我哋今日正式開始啦。Read to Resist 230。當閱讀也是抗爭第230日。A Concise History of Hong Kong by John Carroll。香港簡史從殖民地到特別行政區，著者高馬可，譯者林立偉。Colonial Education. As in other colonies, in Hong Kong neither the intent nor the result of these cultural projects was ever so clear-cut. For example, although colonial education was designed to train compliant subjects and to help further Sino-British commercial and diplomatic relations, it was shaped by 7 factors: political conditions, and educational developments in China and Britain, Britain's changing relations with China, and conditions in Hong Kong, including the social composition and attitude of the local Chinese community. 殖民地教育和其他殖民地的情況一樣，香港的這些文化計劃的目的或結果，從來都不是那麼截然分明。例如，雖然殖民地教育的設計旨在訓練信文，以及協助促進中英兩國之間的商業和外交關係，但它是受幾個因素所影響：中國和英國國內的政治形勢和教育發展，中英兩國之間不斷變化的關係，以及香港本身的情況，包括本地華人的社會組成和態度。The first schools in colonial Hong Kong were private Chinese schools, and those run by Christian missionary organizations, such as the Morrison Education Society School, named after Robert Morrison, the first Protestant missionary to China, which moved to Hong Kong from Macau in 1842, and the London Missionary Society's Anglo-Chinese College, which came from Malacca in 1843. In 1847, in accordance with similar programs in Britain, the British government allowed the colonial government to provide a limited grant to several Chinese village schools. Although funding Chinese education in Hong Kong represented a break from British colonial policy, in India, the Orientalists, who believed that Western knowledge and values could be spread through Indian languages, lost out to the Anglics, who were convinced that the government should support only English. From 1850 to 1859, the number of Chinese village schools in Hong Kong increased, while the number of Anglo-Chinese missionary schools decreased. 殖民時代香港最早的學校是私塾和教會開辦的學校，如1842年由澳門遷到香港的馬禮遜學堂，以第一個到中國的新教傳教士馬禮遜 Robert Morrison 命名。還有由倫敦傳道會開辦 1843年從馬六甲遷到香港的英華書院。在1847年，英國政府根據英國本土的類似計劃，容許殖民地政府向幾所華人私塾提供有限度的資助香港的華文教育背離了英國的殖民政策。在印度，東方語言學者相信西方知識和價值觀可以藉由印度的語言散播，但英國語言學者認為政府應支持英文，結果後者佔上風。香港學屬數目在1850年至1859年有所增加，而傳教士開辦的英文學校則減少。So this is the reading of today. 咁今日就讀到呢度啦。So you begin to talk about like the early education system of the colony. 咁就開始講即係早期殖民地嘅時候，佢嗰個教育係點樣啦咁。Which is quite curious. 我覺得都幾有趣嘅。because it talk about like how they actually allow Chinese school. 咁因為佢哋都有提到就係即係繼續俾華人自己開辦私塾啊、學塾啊咁樣啦咁。So but then it's I think it's also like the uniqueness of Hong Kong in a way. 咁所以我覺得都係即係香港其中一個特性啦，就係即係 how like at the time like a lot of us were actually growing up in sort of like a bilingual kind of environment. 因為其實都幾多我哋即係成長，即係殖民地年代成長嘅人，其實都幾係雙語咁樣成長嘅咁。Of course, like there's the difference. Like some people are more interested in learning languages, you know, like, and some are not so interested or keen on, you know, mastering a different language. But like a day-to-day kind of like all the signs and everything are in bilingual, and then the school like are also like bilingual, you know, like teaching both English and Chinese, and so there's this kind of like it's an environment that is very suitable for the upbringing of many of us to become bilingual. 咁我覺得即係因為嗰個環境本身，即係佢一開始嘅時候，其實佢已經有呢種即係咁樣雙語嘅環境啦。咁所以我諗咧，即係去到後期，即係譬如我哋真係殖民地大嘅人好多，其實即係都有中英文堂啊，然後即係我哋每日見到嘅嘢都會中英對照啦。咁當然即係唔係人人都會中意學語言，或者即係都覺得即係想學，即係中意學語言或者學多個語言啦。咁但係起碼即係其實個環境本身係造就到即係我哋好多人係可以即係有兩種語言喺手咯咁樣樣。I'm traveling here now, and then like tonight when we were in the language exchange section, and people love to ask these questions because these are all like the basic kind of like language learning questions that they teach you in the language course, right? 咁好多人都好中意問同樣嘅問題，即係因為基本上學語言，所有語言個 basic 個基礎都係問呢啲問題啦，即係where are you from and you know how old are you, what's your name, and then like one of the question would be like how many languages did you speak and what kind of languages do you speak. 咁其中即係有啲好最基礎，你學咩語言都會教你嘅，就叫咩名啊、邊度嚟啊、幾多歲啊，咁同埋咧其中一個就係你講幾多種語言，同埋你講啲咩語言啊咁樣樣。So people ask me, so like for them it's kind of like really amazing because already I have 3 basics, right? 咁即係對於佢哋嚟講咧就好神奇，因為即係一開口我已經有3個語言啦。So I have English, Cantonese and Mandarin。咁我有英文啦，我有呢個廣東話啦，同埋我有斐語啦咁樣。So and then a lot of people are very interested in Mandarin. 咁就好多人都對斐語好有興趣啦咁樣樣。And then I always like just tell them, you know, like well it's actually like it's not like because they're saying no, Mandarin is so difficult to learn. I'm always like, you know, like Cantonese is much more difficult. Cantonese is a much more complex and rich in culture language, you know, like 咁我好衰嘅，每一次啲人話，哎呀國語好難學㗎，斐語好難學啊，普通話好難學，我都會同佢講，我話嚇唔係喎，廣東話難學好多喎，斐語基本上係一個好即係完全唔係一個咁博大精深嘅語言，即係廣東話先係即係更加博大精深咁樣。But anyway, so and then like I'll talk about like I've learned other languages as well. I just don't really master them. Like so most of them now is just kind of like would be talking like a baby, but like it's sort of like it doesn't intimidate me to learn a new language. Let's say 咁我當然都曾經學過好多其他語言啦咁樣咁雖然即係其實都冇一種語言係真係流利嘅，即係除咗即係 普通話、廣東話同埋英文之外，即係咁。咁但係即係點啊？即係譬如去旅行咁叫嘢食呢啲一定做得到咯。淨係咧我嘅程度就係講個 BB 仔咁樣咁。But most of the time like for those other languages because I've never really like lived in the environment so it's kind of hard to really be fluent, right? I mean, I lived in Vienna last year for 1 year. Then my German was actually like, I would say like for the time I've been here in Colombia, and for the time I have been learning Spanish right now, my Spanish right now is actually better than my German. Like because while I was in Vienna, although I was there for a year, I really didn't have to speak in German because like my university was like English speaking. Everything was English speaking. I was writing in English and everything, right? So, and then day to day, I was just having contact with people who speak English, who spoke English, and the only time I would need to really speak in German would be like when I went to the post office or the restaurant or the supermarket, which are also minimum kind of vocabularies that were useful. And I didn't really have time other than my course to go and actually like continue to learn my German other than the first 2 months when I first arrived. 咁嗰陣時去到咁我雖然住喺嗰度啦，咁但係因為我返學嘅地方全部人都係講英文，唔需要講德文啦。咁然後真係需要咪去餐廳啊，去買嘢啊，去郵政局，但係呢啲嘢全部係啲好基本嘅，即係冇乜深嘅字要講嘅啫，唔會需要同人哋傾偈傾到好深入啊咁樣樣，即係。然後又嗰陣時返學返到癲咗啦，時間基本上冇時間去繼續學德文啦，除咗就係啱啱到步嗰2個月去上咗啲 intensive 嘅 class 之外咁所以就去到尾後嚟去做義工嘅時候咧，其實係即係聽係真係聽得好咗，但係講都係講得好渣咯，因為基本上係真係1年裡面都冇乜點樣講過，講嚟講去都係嗰3幅皮咁樣。So while I was like doing the volunteer work for the artists, like I actually like could understand a lot. Like towards the end, I understand a lot. Especially when when I know the context, I could understand like 80% of what people were talking about. But the thing is, like I just really couldn't speak it because I just never had the opportunity to practice and everything. So it was kind of like a lost opportunity in a way, but then like it is what it is. 咁都有啲覺得可惜嘅，即係1年都冇點樣掌握到去即係講好嗰個語言，雖然即係可能而家睇啊同埋聽即係會都 OK 啦，即係咁樣樣。But obviously like right now I'm in Colombia like for a month and a half now. 我而家嚟咗個半月啦，喺哥倫比亞。My Spanish progress was really like just going up like this。咁我係真係直線上升嘅，我嘅西班牙文嘅程度咁樣咯。I mean, my accent is not very good, my pronunciation is not always correct, but then people could understand me, and then I am like getting more and more, like I'm getting better and better in listening as well. 咁但係聽係越嚟越好啦，咁同埋即係我講雖然即係我啲音都唔係正，即係發音都唔係好好咁，但係即係起碼啲人聽得明啊，溝通到啊咁樣樣咯。So I'm quite happy about this actually. I'm like really keen to master this language, like really make it into like speaking more fluently, and you know like to really begin to like learn like own the language in a way, you know, like just really be able to just think in it and communicate with it like better, much better. 咁我希望係真係可以能夠即係係啦學得好西班牙文咁係啦咁樣咯咁。But anyway, so this is it for today. 咁我今日嚟到呢度啦 ，and it's almost 2 weeks now for the classes here in Medellin. 咁嚟到呢度差唔多2個禮拜啦已經咁 and it's been great， 都係開心嘅 ，but I really miss Cartagena， 但我真係好掛住Cartagena， 即係上一個海邊嘅城市啦咁。So I would be going back at the end of January， 咁我1月尾係會翻去咯，而家已經決定咗。咁so like in between there will be 10 days that I might be going other places just to see more of the country。咁我應該係中間會有10日到，就會去下其他地方睇下呢個國家其他地方啦咁樣樣。But I'm going to stay in cities which are like hotter and warmer。咁但係我會即係揀翻都係去翻啲暖啲、熱啲嘅城市啦咁樣 I mean they call it the eternal spring here in Medellin, but really for me this is cold。咁佢哋叫呢度叫永恆之春啦，即係四季如春咁樣啦。但係對我嚟講呢度都係凍咯，like especially in the morning， 咁就朝頭早啦咁。And yeah, I am not really enjoying the weather。對我嚟講個天氣唔係我好喜歡嘅天氣咯。I really love the sun. I want to be in the sun. I want to see the sea。因為我真係想要見到，我想要見到海，我想要有陽光咯咁。So anyway, I'll let you know like after I've like some more solid plan. But yeah, so this is it for today. See you again tomorrow. Bye.